I enjoyed Maniac Cop 1, as you know. I loved Maniac Cop 2. I've just done watching Maniac Cop 3. Oh, why did it have to end this way? Oh, this was a chore to get through, guys. I'm not gonna lie. As you can guess, this isn't a good movie at all. I had people just say to me, the third one, it's not the best one, but it's okay. It's not as bad as, what other people make out and stuff. And I thought, well, that's fair enough. You know what I mean? As long as it's okay, I don't mind. I don't mind because, like I say, I really did enjoy the second one, and it would have took a lot for the third one to top the second one for me. But if it's just okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. As long as it entertains me and I have a good time, that's fine. Oh, I don't even know what they're going on about. I've got to be honest with you guys. I zoned out of this movie about 15 to 20 minutes in. The film is boring as hell. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. And nothing makes any sense in this movie whatsoever. And I was watching this film, and while I was watching it, guys, I was like, there's something not right with this movie. There's something off. And I couldn't put my finger on it. And when the film finished, I just decided to look it up and just see if there was anything, And sure enough, there was a lot of behind the scenes issues with this movie, and it makes complete sense when you look it up. It really does, because the film is a mess. And then when you look up the problems the movie had, it makes sense. But also, as well, I will give props where it's due. The fact that they even managed to get an hour and 20-minute movie out is impressive under the circumstances. Doesn't make the movie good. It doesn't give it a pass in my eyes. But the fact that he even managed to get a film out is impressive. So I will give props to that. But it makes sense to the fact that there's just so much filler in this movie. And you're also seeing scenes again that you'd already seen in Maniac Cop 2. Which I noticed a couple of times. And I think, have I already seen this before? And I had. And it was just to pad the movie out. So, unfortunately, guys, I can't recommend the third one at all. Stick to the first two, because the first two are generally good. They really are. The third one, you can just completely skip. You really don't have to bother with the third one. I wouldn't recommend it at all. So, what I'll do is, guys, I'm going to try and explain the plot to you. I'm going to do my best. And if it's not making much sense, honestly, guys, it's not me. It's the movie. Trust me. Right? I'm really going to try and explain the plot to you. So, the plot of Maniac Cop 3 Badge of Silence is, all of a sudden there's a voodoo priest. And this voodoo priest decides to resurrect Matt Cordell for reasons. I have no idea what these reasons are. If anyone does know, please leave a comment below, because I must have missed it. He resurrects him, and I don't know why. What else? Yeah. While this is happening, there's a female police officer called Maniac Kate. And Maniac Kate gets a call to go to a robbery. And during this robbery, she shoots the robber and seemingly the hostage. Now, as it turns out, the hostage was the robber's girlfriend who led him into the store to rob it. Now, why the police would get a call to go there makes no real sense, because if she let him in to rob the store, why would she call the police? Anyway, two cameramen turn up to the store. They manage to film the whole thing, but for reasons, they make it look like Kate shot the robber and the hostage while she was shot, so it makes her look disgraced. All right. So, Maniac Kate ends up in hospital. She's attached to a life support machine. She's basically dead. You know, she can't be resuscitated. She's basically gone. And Maniac Cop, Matt Cordell, decides to go to the hospital and take Maniac Kate because all of a sudden Matt Cordell wants a girlfriend, wife, bride, whatever. I know I'm probably just talking and saying random words to you guys. That's the best I can describe this film as. It's such a massive letdown from the first two. It really is. It really is. Right, I normally start with my positives and negatives, but I don't really have a lot of positives, so I'll leave them till last. So my negatives are just the film just makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. And what's worse as well is that it's so boring. Nothing happens for a massive chunk of this movie. Nothing. So when I was looking into it, I've got something up here, guys, and this will explain everything to why the film just doesn't work. So here we go. I've got something up here. So, and I'll just start it off. So the original script featured a black detective investigating a series of murders in a hospital in Harlem. During pre-production, William Lustig, who directed the first two Maniac Cop movies, just in case you didn't know, began scouting locations and casting directors with a pre-sale to Japan pending. According to Lustig, the Japanese distributor was holding out as they didn't want a black lead in the movie. Which is just fucking stupid. Anyway, let's not get into that. But they wanted the hero of the second film, played by Robert Davi. Lustig pleaded against it, but eventually Davi was cast. Suddenly we had a script that didn't make any sense, said Lustig in a 2019 interview. You think? No, it didn't. It really didn't. Where are we? Larry Cohen refused to rewrite the script unless he was paid for additional work, but the producers refused to do so. As a result, Lustig had to improvise and cut scenes from the script. We got to a point where we shot all the scenes we could shoot after cutting all the other stuff out the script, and it came out to be like an hour-long movie, said Lustig. So they had to go out and shoot scenes that were just filler, or just show you scenes that were already in Maniac Cop 2 again, basically. It was at this point that Lustig walked away from the film. And that is literally everything you need to know about Maniac Cop 3 Badge of Silence in that statement alone. That's it. I think he's even had his name took off the movie now. That's how much he hates it. So it's directed by Alan Smithee now. Tells you everything. It's a bad movie. But getting into my positives, and I do have a couple. Again, Robert Davi and Robert Sadar, class. Robert Davi, he's always great in anything he's in. And Robert Sadar as Matt Cordell is still the same. He's still intimidating as hell in this movie. You know, they're not the problem with this film whatsoever. So their performances are great. And I will say this, the finale of this movie, the last 15 minutes are really good, right? and I'll just explain it. Right? So, Matt Cordell gets set on fire again. He hates being on fire. And he's in a police car with no driver's door, chasing Robert Darby and the other character, I can't remember her name, down the street in a car chase while he's on fire. And Matt Cordell can push cars out the way with his hand as they're driving, by the way, and they're just tail spinning and going off. I was just like, what? I said, where has this been for the entire movie? Where's this been? He is literally pushing cars out the way with his hand as he's driving down the street while he's on fire. It's a fantastic stunt. Props to that. It really is a fantastic stunt. But unfortunately, by that point, the film had lost me. So even the last 15 minutes just couldn't save it for me. You know. But what I would say is don't watch Maniac Cop 3. But if you can find the last 15 minutes on YouTube, just watch that. You don't need to watch anything else. So, that being said, guys, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give Maniac Cop 3 a 0.5 out of 5. It's a massive disappointment. And the only reason why I give it a 0.5 is because of the last 15 minutes. But it doesn't save the movie. So, yeah, I'm a bit bummed out by that. I was really wanting to enjoy it. But, hey, at least we got the first two Maniac Cop movies, haven't we? Well, that's that series done. I'm not really too sure what to do next. What's this? Grace Jones. Vampire strippers. Strippers that are vampires.